So it's been a while. It's time to check on the Infoatics because there are some categories that I'm very curious, especially the military category, which civ is leading. So this one's pretty surprising because the Netherlands are all the way down at 5. They were, I think, leading, or at least much closer to the top. Now Egypt has taken over. Byzantium is looking good. The Hittites are doing amazing as well. They're kind of pretty much there's a tie for second place with the Byzantium, the Hittites, and the Scottish. So yeah, they're all at 10 million. The Egyptians are pretty far away, and actually they're going to only grow this number as they continue to take over more Assyrian cities. But actually, it might give them initial growth, but now that I think about it, it might slow them down, depending on where their happiness values are at. Who knows? Yeah, like I said, I mean, William is all the way down here, and technically, I guess you could call it third place. They didn't fall as much as maybe I'm saying they did. Songhai doing good too, so pretty much that top 6 is a tie for, 1 through 3, kind of. You can make it kind of something like that. Russia's a little bit too far behind with 7 million, and then Spain with 6 million. Yeah, so anyways, let's check on crop yields. Crop yields also led by Egypt. Wow. Poland, then next. Spain, Russia, Austria. We had manufactured goods. Egypt. Wow. All right, so I think we're seeing a theme here. This is a very interesting theme, especially because if you notice, Egypt just picked up a city right here in the corner. If you look at the mini-map, not only did they just pick up that northern, I guess, coastal Mediterranean city in North Africa, they also picked up another city deep into the Sahara Desert. If they continue to take, which I believe they will, more cities from Assyria, then Egypt is going to be the nation to beat. And they're actually in a location where it'd be very difficult to go after them. Really, only the Ottomans could do that. GNP is definitely going to... Wow, England's doing a good job. So is Poland. We have military manpower. Here we go. Well, there it is. Bam. Military manpower. The Ottomans. That's what I thought. With 150,000. Yes, that I knew the Ottomans had quite a big force, but the problem is that if any nation they want to go to war with, if there's any nation they want to go to war with, it's got to be Byzantium. The problem with that is Byzantium is only 30,000 troops behind them. They're in third place. Byzantium is a strong, powerful country as well. So the Ottomans are kind of in a tough spot. They need to expand eastward, but they're not doing that. Russia doing well for themselves. They might be going after the Goths here soon. Maybe Armenia. Not sure, though. Morocco in 5th place. Remember my prediction. Watch it. Remember my prediction. Songhai's going to lose too many troops with their siege of Carthage, and Morocco's going to join in and completely take out Askia. That's my prediction there. Poland doing good. We know how huge the Polish forces are because they're moving through open borders and stuff like that. Scotland doing well. Hungary doing well. Germany, England, Egypt. All right. Land area, yes, Egypt's approval. Doesn't matter. Literacy doesn't matter. Social standing, of course, Poland always wins that one. Scotland doing good in that category as well. Switzerland at 33 happiness. All right. Technologies. Here's the good stuff. Boom. There is a tie, a 5-way tie between Russia, England, Byzantium, Denmark, and the Netherlands. Now, one thing I want to remind people of is just because we see Egypt and a couple of these other nations kind of at the top doesn't mean they're going to win this campaign. Why? Because there is no science victory and there is no diplomatic victory. You have to win culturally. And arts funding was passed, and we'll see. I'm not saying that, it's not... all the categories that Egypt controls doesn't directly correlate to a cultural victory. That's all I'm trying to say. Egypt might be powerful, just like the previous campaign with Sitting Bull, as the Sioux. The Sioux were super strong, but they didn't win. I mean, they were strong, and we gave them a victory because we had to give them, but Canada won. You know what I mean? So, just something to keep in mind. Whether we see a nation kind of start to power their way through the categories, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to win a cultural victory, because there's probably no domination. Let's be real here. Okay, so yeah, Denmark actually number 2, Byzantium, England, Russia, the Netherlands, all tied for first place. Then we have a pretty big second place tie, and then it's relatively close. But these 5 nations up here, that's pretty crazy to see 5 nations with 41 technologies. Net gold, I don't care. Cities, Egypt's number 1 at 8 cities. Rome is at 7 in second place. Armenia was 6. Poland, Morocco, and the Ottomans all with 6 as well. Let's check out big one, tourism. Scotland technically has the most tourism, but who has the most great works? It's actually Scotland. All right. Well, there you go. So Scotland is actually, I would definitely, Scotland might have only led in 2 categories there, but I am seriously now considering Scotland for possibly a victory. I mean, they're off to a really good start with their tourism. Again, everything's going to change, though, when ideologies come into play. When ideologies come into play, oh man, that is going to change everything. And I'm very curious to see exactly how this world is going to divide itself. Who is going to pick up which ideologies, and if it's going to be an even spread. Usually it's like between two. Usually it's like a cross between two. I don't know why I've got a feeling that it might be all three. It might be, or it could be one of those just landslide games where just everyone chooses the same ideology. Maybe one or two other nations choose something else. I think we could see that as well. Denmark bringing in a force. Remember, Denmark is going after William's territory. We have Venice, or I guess I should say Sardinia, declaring war on Venice. And that's it. We have Hungary and Carthage piecing out. Babylon and Greece piecing out as well. So, William has troops here, though. William does have a few troops protecting Rotterdam, and it's a cannon units, so they're upgraded troops. They have 3 cannons technically. They have 2 musketmen, which I don't know if are going to survive. Oh, yep, Denmark's starting to retreat now, so they probably won't. You better be careful of Poland. Wait a second. So Poland is involved in a war against Amsterdam. It's just that yeah. So this is bad. I completely forgot about that. They were moving through Denmark territory, and I was confused about that. Babylon and Switzerland at war. And then we have... Geez, who is that? I am totally blanking. That is Iceland. Oh my gosh, Iceland. That's why I totally blanked, because I haven't seen them at all in this campaign. Iceland declared war on Venice. There you go. Can we do that? Can we just kill off all the other civs and just have a war between Iceland and Venice? I want to see that. I want to see who wins that. Okay, so, and then we have also the Sumer going after Babylon. Sometimes I gotta remind, man, these mods and the icons, I don't always remember them. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I mistakenly, I didn't know, I just found out that Poland's at war with William, and they were moving through Danish territory. I thought they were, for the longest time, at war with Denmark. They're not. They're moving through Danish territory. Harold's given Poland open borders agreements, but it looks like it might not be as one-sided as we thought, because Poland has already lost quite a few troops. They're down to 3 catapults. Roman Babylon, Russia Babylon, Songhai and Babylon. Geez. There's a caravel that might be... Oh, I guess they're up to 4 trebuchets. Are the Netherlands... The Netherlands aren't at war with Norway, right? No, they're not, because Norway moved through William's territory to get to Belgium. So yeah, no, that's not happening. Actually, you know what? If anything, I think France is going to go after Norway. Look at that. Look at all these musketeers. They could easily grab that. That'll take 1 to 2 turns. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet money, seriously. 1 to 2 turns. This is all open terrain. Napoleon could have it in, technically in terms of this, 10 years, I mean, it would be extremely fast. And it looks like he's doing that, unless he might be gearing up. He could be gearing up for a war against Denmark potentially, or it could be just defending his troops. He could be defending his capital, maybe from Denmark, because he sees Denmark has some troops going after Rotterdam. Maybe he's worried about that. Oh, wait a second. Wait, am I missing something? Did France already declare war on Norway? Or is that for... That might be for Amsterdam. There's so many wars going on, it's hard to keep up. Okay. So William's doing a little bit better. He's pushing back troops. Poland has retreated. Okay, so boom. They survived that first initial siege, which was scary because Poland had quite a few units. But they survived that one. And Denmark still has quite a bit. So they're not out of the woods. I don't know what France is doing. I can't remember if France is at war with Norway or not, or if they're just moving through Norwegian territory. Clearly, I think they are. This is going to be the telling sign. Yeah, they're not at war, because Brussels would have bombarded here. So I think France is actually going after William, which would be harder. It'd be a lot easier to take Brussels, Napoleon. You know this. You know this, man. Boom. Oh, man. Medina has now been captured by Egypt. And they're going to take over another city. Egypt is going to start to really get the ball rolling here. They're going to start to snowball, especially if they continue to settle. That's going to be bad. That's going to be very, very bad news. Again, we have to see the Ottomans do something. If you don't want Egypt to win, you got to kind of root for the Ottomans to maybe go after this capital and then move down south to Egyptian territory. That's kind of the only nation I think that can stop them, because the Ottomans are huge, and they have their Janissaries, their unique units out, as well as their Sipais. Sipai High. Isn't it technically Sipai? Not sure. But yeah, they've got both their unique units. This is the time to strike, but they'd have to strike against the Hittites before they go after Egypt. Switzerland and Venice have peaced out. And another thing is I think the Ottomans are worried about what's going to happen with Byzantium. There has been a weird kind of cold war going on between these two nations. Spain did not take Utrecht. It's not happening. It's not happening. Boom! They got lucky. France just peaced out with the Netherlands. So the Netherlands are going to be okay. They can now completely focus on Denmark, which is still kind of a hard force, a pretty strong force, because you're bordering Denmark from the south, from the north, from the entirety of the east in Rotterdam. There's really kind of no way out. Harold's going to be a tough foe. Unless, of course, you can get someone to attack Copenhagen from the north, if you can get Sweden to be involved. The problem is that Norway and Sweden are currently in a war, and it's been pretty back and forth. Now, this is why I think that Brussels is going to be taken by somebody, because like we predicted, Norway's lost quite a large portion of their forces, sieging out Sigtuna. It was a bloody war. Norway's down to only a little bit. Maybe even Scotland could help out. Scotland has quite a bit of troops here in Scandinavia, so they might help out as well. I'm not sure. But right now, biggest development is got to be with Egypt taking. Boom, yeah, Egypt's going to take this over now. And Assyria is down to one city. Actually, no, they're down to I forgot about their capital. So someone needs to take that over, not Ramses. And I think that will most likely happen. I don't think that Egypt's going to send their units all the way through the desert to kind of navigate through Armenian territory now. I don't think it's going to happen. Armenia they really need to go after the city, because Armenia's continuing to settle up north. Look at that. Boom. They're just directly going north. The thing is, what's Russia going to do? Russia is either thinking about declaring war on the Goths, on Hungary, or on the Armenians. Probably those three. I guess they could go after the Ottomans, but I doubt it, because that's why would the AI go after such a strong military foe? That just wouldn't be too smart. So I don't think that's going to happen. How's Carthage doing? Again, Askia's tried very, very hard, but they are just not doing it. Just haven't done it, and I don't even know why. I have no explanation for why they weren't able to capture a city. They had so much. I guess they never really had support from the coast. They never really had any sort of naval units there. But still, I'm shocked. I really thought they would. Utrecht, of course, survived. Isabella can't take it. Napoleon can't take it. No one's going to be able to take it over. Maybe Bulgaria, if they annex Geneva and send out a few, military units. Maybe they could. I don't know. Switzerland looks like they got a bit of a force. That's pretty cool. I mean, they really need to. Switzerland's kind of almost modern-day Switzerland here. They just have their one little small area. I mean, their borders are pretty spread, but I'm just saying, this is almost pretty similar to real-life Switzerland, especially with France right here. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Kind of interesting. France has not done as well as I thought. I know I picked France to win this campaign. They haven't done as well as I thought, to say the least. They might, though. I mean, taking over Brussels would be a huge pickup for them. Look at this. Look at England. Look at what they're doing here. Wow. So for a while there, for the British Isles, England was easily the weakest out of the Celts and Scotland. Now it doesn't look like that so much. It looks like if England gets involved in a naval warfare, they're gonna win. Just with these 3 ship of the lines, they've got quite a few of their long bowmen, which is their unique units that can attack from 3 tiles away. Really, really useful. If they were to declare right now, they'd be able to take over anybody. Ooh. Boom. Babylon's gone. Armenia has taken over Babylon. All right. So now where they gear up next? The Sumer they have a lot of, units in Armenian territory as well as in Hittite territory. Oh, so yeah, England's thinking about maybe going to war for Scotland. That I would love to see a British Isle war. I want to see that. I want to see it, please. I want to see that. Poland has pieced out the Netherlands. Wow, they really needed that, because I was looking at this huge force that Poland was building up. Bam, there goes Mecca, and I believe. Oh no, they haven't. They still have this one. Okay, so they still have their 2 cities as well as their Syrian capital. I know, but I wanted to. I thought they had been kicked out of the Arabian Peninsula. Not yet. It has not happened yet. Wow. Okay, let's see. What is England doing? They could be going after the Celts. That would be a bloody war too, though. Very bloody war. Sweden and the Ottomans have pieced out France and Venice, and France and Sardinia have pieced out. Poland and Byzantium now friends. Interesting choice there. Sigtuna was not taken, and Norway and Sweden both lost quite a bit of units. This frees up Denmark to continue their war with William. Poland might get involved, maybe with Scandinavia, but I doubt it. Scotland, who also has a stake here in Scandinavia, they might be wanting to go to war with Norway as they're weak right now, but they have to worry about a very strong England to their south. So everything is kind of a chain reaction. That's why I think that there's going to be somewhat of a world war by the end of this campaign, because it's just all a chain reaction. Right now we're seeing a lot of coalition wars, and we see that a lot. Oh, England's going after France. Oh, yeah, that's right. They've been at war for a really long time. The only thing is there's only one French coastal city. They might be able to take this over with all their Ship of the Lions and this English privateer. They might take it over, but then again, France has too many ranged units. I think they're going to survive, and too good of an infrastructure to move around those ranged units and help support wherever they need the support at. So maybe not, but this would, if England loses enough troops here, this would free up Scotland to go after Norway, and then boom, that would also free France to go after Belgium's Brussels, or formerly the Belgium capital. Venice grabbed their second city, which was pretty much the highlight, I think, of the campaign so far. I don't think anyone thought Venice was going to get a second city, but they did. And who knows? They might become the new Florence. I mean, they're right there. Florence, Venice, there. Maybe, you know what? You know what I think? I think a lot of the citizens of Florence have moved to Venice for this campaign. Maybe that's what we're seeing. Technically, these tiles would be around Florence, right? One of these tiles here? Somewhere around that area. Boom, and William has survived. Boom, they survived their coalition. Well, good for them. They've got to fix all the pillaged tiles, though. It has certainly slowed them down. Sieging or pillaging these farm tiles. I'm sure that's kind of stopped their population growth a bit. Anything else? Carthage and Greece have peaced out, so Greece remains in control of their city in North Africa. No one's decided to take Athens just yet. Surprised that Byzantium hasn't decided to do that. Very shocked at that. And Songhai, you are continuing to pump out units, but I'm thinking, ooh, riflemen. We don't have very many riflemen, do we? They're doing pretty good for themselves, I think. Yeah, there's not that many riflemen in this campaign. There's still musketeers from France. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's the first one I think I might have seen, but who knows? I'm blind. You guys always catch me on that one. Because now everyone looks and they're like, wait a sec, come on, Drew. There's like 500 of them all around. Okay, there you go, Russia. Russia has a complete force of riflemen. No wonder they're so strong. No wonder. All right, Russia, what are you going to do with that huge? You have the technological advantage in the region. Use it. Just use it. Carthage and... Oh, look at this. Look at this. Bulgaria and Sardinia. Now, that's a big one. But too bad they haven't built any boats. I think Sardinia as an AI might be broken. I think that's clearly what we're seeing here. Just a completely broken Sardinian AI, because they haven't even built any boats. This would have been so awesome. They totally could have picked up, like, you know, the Piedmont part of Sardinia, right? Something like that. Anyways, Elizabeth's plotting against Morocco. Okay. Who is this over here? That's Germany, right? Yeah, Frankfurt, yeah. Germany has been really, really quiet. Surprised at how quiet they've been. Oh my goodness, that is going to be the biggest war we have seen so far, by far. This is the #1 military power in the world going against the #3 military power in the world. That was just the Ottomans going balls deep right there. Wow, what a ballsy move. I'm in shock. I cannot believe an AI declared that war. I love that they did, but you do not see that very often. Why wouldn't they go after someone that's much weaker? I have no idea, but dang, that is going to make it for a very entertaining next episode. This is going to be a really, really bloody area, but this is not looking good for Byzantium. Not looking good at all. Unless, of course, they can utilize the ships in the Black Sea, then potentially. The Hittites might be going after the Assyrian capital, which would be a smart move there. Actually, they might, yeah, because the Sumer are going after the Assyrian capital. Oh, so there you go, taking away some power from Egypt. That's good. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.